you're gonna need to get in the fucking gym. Simple as that. Okay, so the DCU just started, and so far we got a couple of Justice League members already on the books: Superman, Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, all the members in the Superman movie we've seen so far, right? But if we're talking about tiers of popularity here in the Justice League, we got Batman, Superman, and then Flash is close third. Like, that's how close he is. All right. We haven't casted a Flash yet. There's already been talks about people, fan casting and who should be the next Flash. And I also just saw a video of Gustin, the Flash from CW, saying that he would absolutely be the Flash if James Gunn called him, right? Like, the energy that I sensed from him saying that was like, James Gunn, please call me to become the Flash. Grant, you did a fantastic job in the Flash, the CW series, right? I don't blame whatever happened in the last few seasons on you at all. But if you're trying to become the Flash here for the new DCU, this shit isn't cutting it, bro. This shit is not cutting it, all right? You're gonna need to get in the fucking gym. Simple as that. For some reason, I just felt like you just kept getting your ass beat in the CW show. I'm like, the Flash is supposed to be literally the fastest motherfucker in the DC universe, but he's always getting his ass beat. It's like he can't really inflict any damage on anybody. And that shit pissed me off because the Flash is actually strong as hell. There's a certain level of a character you can portray just by the acting, okay? We've always seen Flash as a fit, athletic dude, right? His power is literally running, right? And you weren't really able to portray that in the CW series, but like, I mean, it was a good show in the beginning, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But when it comes to something more serious like the DCU, bro, you're gonna have to look like you're somebody, okay? That scrawny shit is not going to cut it. I don't care if you hop on the PEDs, I don't care. But you need to make yourself presentable and not look like a stick next to all these guys here who have been in the fucking gym. Aaron Pierre, the next Green Lantern, that motherfucker is in the gym. David Cornsweat, Superman, that motherfucker's in the gym. And then Batman, whoever he is, right? Okay, and I got some qualms to say about Pattinson. Even though I love Pattinson's Batman and what he's done, my only quarrel with him is the same issue that I have with Grant Gustin, okay? Bro, you guys need to start looking a little more intimidating, like superheroes. You can't be a superhero that relies on physicality and not be jacked. I just don't think that makes any sense to me. All right, if you rely on, your powers in terms of, projectiles, energy, absorption, any of that stuff that don't relate to anything physical in a sense that you're using with your body, that's cool. But if you're someone that is constantly using your hands, your fists, your strength to overpower your enemies, you're gonna have to look like you actually can do that. All right. And Pattinson, he did a good job with bulking up, but it just wasn't enough. We know Batman is that jacked, disciplined ass motherfucker that just, if you just see him walking, like, all right, this dude can throw hands, okay? And that's what you need. All right. I got a lot of respect for John Wesley shit. Like, I never watched that show, but I remember seeing clips of this dude on TV, and maybe I've watched one episode, and I got a lot of respect for him. Because although I know a lot of the stuff was padding in there, I know this dude was low-key jacked as well too. And he made the Flash look like a true superhero. Like, this motherfucker looks strong. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this motherfucker looks strong as hell. He literally embodied that character, the Flash, and I have a lot of respect for that. And if you're gonna play one of those characters, you need to embody them and look like them in real life. There's only a certain amount of padding, CGI, that you can do to look jacked, and the other hard work is gonna be on you, which is getting in the gym and actually putting on the muscle so it doesn't look so out of place, because you can tell easily. Right? I'm not saying get that jacked, right? Because he was pretty fucking buff. He was pretty damn buff, but get big enough where it's like, bro, all right, like, you know, this dude looks athletic and doesn't look like he's gonna get his ass beat every second. That's literally how I felt when I was watching the CW Flash. I'm like, this Flash is so damn weak, bro. Like, you're making a bad rep for the Flash. You just are. Even Ezra Miller, bro, like, he lucked out for the fact that they put that armored suit on him so he looked a little bit bigger, but that casting was so bad that even that couldn't save him. Like, that casting was, whoever was the casting director needs to be behind bars. Like, because I need to really understand your thought process of why you thought casting Ezra Miller as the Flash would work. I need to understand why. If, you know, Grant Gustin, if he doesn't become the Flash, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally feel like we need to just get away from the Barry Allens, even though Barry Allen was surprisingly my favorite Flash. Like, you know, when I was younger, I'm like, when they make a Flash movie, like, I want it to be Barry Allen. I know there's Wally West, but there's something about Barry that I like more. But at this point, I'm just tired of Barry Allen. All right, let's bring in Wally West, a ginger that could play him, just a different side of the Flash, and someone that's actually gonna be as important as, you know, the big two, right? Batman and Superman, right? I want someone that can carry the mantle of the Flash to that level, all right? And for someone to do that, you're gonna have to invest everything in you to embody that character, all right? I feel like a lot of these guys are already doing that, but that's what it takes. You don't deserve these roles if you're not gonna literally become those characters. Why do you guys think The Dark Knight Rises was so good? Heath Ledger literally locked himself in a room for weeks or months or whatever just to play the Joker. That level of dedication is why that is one of the highest grossing films, okay? And you got to give a lot of respect to those type of guys that take their craft that serious, because they don't do it for any reason. They know that type of dedication is what gets them the result that we saw, right? Take out Heath Ledger's Joker out of Dark Knight Rises, it's not doing as good. Say I'm lying. You can't say that, right? If Grant Gustin is trying to become the new DCU Flash, we're gonna have to see a completely different Grant Gustin, Barry Allen. Like, it cannot be the exact same one from the CW, all right? If we can see that different side of him, say no more, right? He's already a fan favorite. Everyone already likes him as the Flash. But that Flash doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work with this Flash in this universe, okay? Imagine that Flash going up against Darkseid. He's getting packed up in 2 seconds. Say I'm lying, right? So that's just my case here, all right? if you're gonna be one of these top characters, you need to put in the work to really embody them in the films, right? And be fit and be jacked. But yeah, right. I mean, if you guys think I'm overreacting on this and oh, we don't need a Flash that's in shape and jacked, let me know. All right. But I personally think we do. But appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you. Until next time.